Hi, it's Geoff Chalmers here from DiscoverDoubleBass.com. I've got another exclusive video lesson for Bass the World, and I'm going to be talking you through how to play the piece that you just heard, which is a composition of mine called Blues for Double Bass. So you might hopefully enjoy learning the piece and playing it yourself, but there are some technical challenges which I think will be particularly useful, and maybe a few tips and tricks that you can learn which you'll be able to use in your own playing. Well, let's get stuck into it straight away and look at the detail. Well, Blues for Double Bass isn't actually a blues in the sense that the melody is just based on one chord. You'll hear the piano playing a G dominant 7th sound underneath. But the solos take place over a G jazz blues. Now, right now we're going to have a look at how to play the melody. So it's a really good piece to learn in the sense that it can help with your dexterity in the left hand. And also you have to have a very clean hand shape to be able to play it in tune. It's really quite tricky on the tuning. So let's start out. We're going to be playing the notes B flat and B natural on the G string. And to find those, I'm going to find the note C, the C harmonic here, with my little finger. And that means that my first and second finger will be in tune on the notes B flat and B natural, and they're the notes that we're wanting to play. Okay, all the way through the piece there's this repeating figure which is B flat, B natural, hammer on, then the pull off. So hammer on, pull off to the B flat to the B natural, and then the open G. It's a very bluesy sound. And then we play the F and the G. So the piece actually starts with a tiny little ghost note in the right hand. Let's have a look at that. We've got the finger is plucking the note, and then, or the ghost note, the muted note, and then you get one shot at starting this little hammer on pull off. So that's the figure. And the second time that we play it, I'm finding the C again because I'm not happy with the tuning. The second time that we play it, we play the low G on the E string. Okay, I'll try and make something out of that. Maybe slide into it like I'm doing on the recording. And the next part has a string skipping element to it. Okay, what are we doing here? Starts in the same way, muted note, then the hammer on pull off. And now we're going to play, we've just played the F G, we're going to play C sharp G, D G, F G, F sharp, then G and G. So you really need your tuning to be right. Mine was a little bit off there as I'm concentrating on talking as well. And if your hand shape isn't equally divided, you'll really struggle with that. So it's great for dexterity because you've got to maintain the hand shape in this one position, and these hammer on and pull offs are really quite hard to do. It's also hard to do without completely losing the hand shape and doing things like this, and then you'll never play those notes properly in tune. Low note, string skipping, then the same pattern again, but this time instead of the normal G, it's going to be the harmonic, just to break things up. The low G. Now the string skipping. Okay, just before we move on to the next part, I just want to talk to you about string skipping. With the right hand, if we're playing this kind of pattern where we're going low to high, it works better doing the low note with your second finger and then the high note, for most people, with your first finger. Just try playing the other way around. It's really not easy. You have to kind of come right around. But from this angle, that's a little bit of an easier way to do it. So it'll be good to help you this piece with developing the independence in the right hand and making sure that those notes are nice and clean. Okay, so just from the beginning. Low G, C sharp, the string skipping part, harmonic, low G, string skipping. Now the next bit is just the same as the first section in the sense that it's the open G and then the low G. Let's have a listen. Same as before. this time I'm going to play a tritone, a B and an F. Let's have a look at those notes. So it's the B with my second finger and the F with my little finger. I might be sometimes muting the A string with my first finger, but I'm not playing a note here, it's these two. So make sure that you use the second and the little finger there. And then it's counterbalanced with the same riff again. And now we're playing the F and the B. So before we were playing the B and the F, now we're playing the F and the B. So it gets a bit confusing. Essentially the B stays the same and the F is higher and then the F is lower. Do you get my point? So the B here is the same pitch, same octave. It's the same as doing it like that, but I just move down the neck so we can carry on with the piece. String skipping. And now here we've got this, that's the main section. So if you're learning this piece, I'd like you to stop right now, pause the recording and just go away and make sure that you're comfortable with that riff, because it happens 4 times and there's a subtle variations. You've got the normal one and then the low G, the harmonic and the low G, and then there's the tritones on the last one. Okay, and then there's a transitional section I'm going to quickly talk you through. Repeated. So this is really quite straightforward. It's D, G, and then B, B. Let's hear that again. Now here we're adding in some little muted notes, and this is one of the things I want you to take away. There's a lot of articulation in this blues. There's a lot of muted notes, hammer-on slides, that kind of thing. So I'm playing muted B flat, muted A, and now I'm going to play B, hammer on from the B flat to the B, and then another muted note, F and a G. And you notice this F to the G pattern's happening all over the place. Repeated. Onto the final section. So the final part is this G, G, A. Let's have a look what's happening here. G, G, A. Now a muted note onto the B flat. And then you play the B flat again. And you're going to hammer on, pull off, open G, and land on the F. G, G, A. So there's this little group here. Again, same pattern as before. Happens 3 times. 3 times, or 3rd time. The final time, it goes back to this transitional part. And that ties everything together. So let me just give you a very quick overview, and then you can get away and learn this piece for yourself. So as you know, we've got this kind of pattern at the beginning, this low string skipping, and that repeats 4 times. The first time is as you heard, the second time has a harmonic on the G and then the low G. The 3rd time is the same as the first, with the normal G and the low G. The 4th time gives you the tritone. Okay, then we've got this transitional part, which happens twice, into the 3rd part, which is 3 times is the 3rd, sorry. And now we've got this last little phrase, which is taken from the transitional part. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're into the solos. Well, I know it's pretty hard going, picking through the piece note by note, but you can see there's so many similarities, and I'm sure that when you break it down into these sections, you'll quite quickly put the pieces together, and hopefully some of the techniques, some of the little bits that you've heard might help you in your own compositions. So why not let me know what you thought? Leave me a comment. If you've enjoyed the lesson, you might want to press like on YouTube, and I'll see you again in the next lesson at BassTheWorld.com.